Hello everybody, this is the Rockstar Farmer, Nathan Gosnell, and welcome to my video series called In the Bush. In this series, you will see me enjoying and learning about nature in many different forms, including bushcrafting, building shelters, campfire cooking, and even some fishing, hunting, and foraging for wild edibles. In many videos, you will be invited along the journey as I camp in every possible situation, from under the stars to bushcraft shelters to tent camping in different kinds of tents, all the way up to camping in campers with all the luxuries of home. In January of 2021, I decided that these would be valuable skills to learn, and thought what better way than to film and photograph my progress from my first trip in the bush forward. I can then post these videos for anyone who wants to learn with me along the way. In the first few videos, I was still trying to figure out the format that I would use. The camera work is very rough and shaky, but I'm going to post those videos anyway, because the series wouldn't be complete without them. The following is a compilation of pictures and video from my first few trips in the bush. Follow this series and see the improvements in quality, content, and knowledge, along with moments of humor scattered along the trail. That water's just flowing. And it's flowing underneath the ice. It's neat. It's pretty neat in this cedar thicket. Surrounded by cedar trees. I think I might come back to this spot tomorrow since I've already established a fire area. This spot's neat, although I probably should have camped in lower ground. It would have been more out of the wind. Oh well, not really camping anyway. Just practicing. We got a long-ish fire going. Today it was easy. Got it on the first flick of the Bic. Alright, got my reflective survival shelter set up. Filled this garbage bag with hay just to give me something to sit on. If I were to be actually spending the night out here, I would fill 2 garbage bags with hay and lay them out to make a bed, and then I would put my bedroll on top. But I'm just going to sit on that one. Forecast said moderate winds, 15 miles an hour. These winds are more than 15 miles an hour, and they're changing directions constantly. So I debated on, see right now it's blowing into my shelter. That's no good. I got a good, a free hour at least. And I think I'm going to build me a wall between these 2 trees, a wind block. There's a million little sticks right at eye level that all want to gouge your eye out as you're walking through it. Here we are. I got my wall built. It's got some pretty big gaps in it, so it's probably pretty pointless. I'm ready to relax and maybe fix my hot cocoa, and I've definitely learned a lot today. Quite a lot. One of the things I learned today is that I have so much to learn. That I just don't know what I'm doing yet. I'd like to think I do, but I don't. But it all comes with experience. You have to do this. And I'm learning the pros and cons of this area as far as a camping spot. If you want to remain kind of hidden and concealed, this is a good spot. The trees break up the smoke, so your fire is probably not detectable from the air, and you're not going to be seen from the air because you got a big canopy. So in a camouflage type of situation, this is great. But in a windy situation, I have found that this is not great. It's not a good spot in the wind. I should be down in that creek valley, out of the wind. That's where I should have been today. You see, I'm learning these things. Also, it was a very sunny, warm day, so I could have been on the edge somewhere where I could catch the sun. I'm in here in this shade, and it's perceivably cooler in here than it is out there in the open field there. So another thing to think about on a sunny day, maybe pick a spot where you can actually catch some sun. Just a lot to learn. Lots to learn. I'm going to sit down and relax because I only got about an hour left to enjoy this bushcrafting experience. I learned a lot today, and I got a little discouraged at one point, but I just remember saying, keep going, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. Guess what package came today? My bushcrafting shovel. This kit is awesome. So I've got a bushcrafting shovel. It's got a blade on the bottom so you can cut things if you need to. You can split wood with it. And here's what's great. You can adjust the angle and use it as a hoe, just like so. So you can do that. And it's got each piece screws on, so you can just have a short handle like this and just use it as a little garden tool, or you can add these extensions on it. But it gets better. It gets even better. This also comes with an axe, and the same handles screw into the axe. And it all comes in a nice carrying case that it all fits in. I'm so excited about this. I could have used an axe today, or a hatchet, but I didn't have one with me. It also comes with a magnesium rod for fire starting. And it wasn't that expensive at all. It's like 30 something. What's cool about it, I can't do it while holding the phone, but if you unscrew this folds all the way down on that, and it all fits in this pouch right here. It's pretty incredible. And everything fits in this bag right here. And I can strap this bag to my regular backpack if my backpack is full. Okay, I've made it back to the pond. It's 0 degrees Fahrenheit. It's snowing. I do got a fire going. And it's reasonably windy. I'm just sitting here waiting for my water to boil for my hot cocoa. No milk this time. I'm out of milk. So far, it was an epic fail with the tent. I have learned that metal tent pegs do not stick in frozen ground. They don't stay. With that being said, I'm just sitting out here by the fire. But I did find it very warm in that shack compared to outside. It's out of the wind. So I've got my bag in there so it don't get all snowy. And I got this little table that was in that shack and some of my supplies. And I'm just sitting here by the fire out in the open. Can't obviously have a fire inside that thing because it's probably the most flammable object on Earth. But you get my drift. I could still have a lean-to off of it with a fire out in front. So I might do that. Anyway, sitting here at my regular fire pit, just enjoying the heat from the fire. It's 0 degrees out, but I'm actually perfectly warm. Nothing like a good old wintertime camp out in sub-zero temperatures. Oh, yeah. Woo-wee. This is the only time you'll see me wearing a mask, and it ain't for COVID. I'm back at the new pond again. I felt called here today, so this is where I went. Plus it's sunny, so I wanted to be in an open area where I could catch some sun. I didn't want to walk all the way to the old pond because it is the deepest snow I have ever walked in, and it's just really hard to walk in without snowshoes. Did a first today. I took a crap in the bush. Yeah, 20 degrees is a heat wave compared to what we've had. So that was a first, taking a crap in the bush. It went fairly well. Sitting here by the fire, it is a beautiful day. Sitting here by the fire, having a glorious step 2. Well, I'm steeping me a thing of green tea. thought that would hit the spot and warm me up. I'm not really cold, but it is only 20 degrees out. So periodically throughout your time outside, if you drink something that'll warm you up, definitely makes a difference. I'm working on the shed, cleaning the boards out from the inside of it. Really beautiful blue skies. It's a beautiful day. It really is. Can't complain. Just enjoying the last bit of winter. February is going to be over here in another week. And pretty uneventful day. Just working on the shed. Having some tea. This is my first meal out in the bush. Some good old Aldi's macaroni and beef. All we got to do is heat it up. Hey, starting out simple, taking small steps. Pretty soon I'll be cooking 5-course meals out here. Hee hee hee. Oh, it hits the spot. So warm. Just nourishing tasting. Oh, there's nothing like a warm, beefy. This kind of has that chili taste a little bit. There's just nothing quite like it. When it's cold like this. This hits the spot. You just saw a compilation of footage from the first 6 times that I went out into the bush, starting in January of 2021. I didn't have a lot of footage from those trips, so I decided to compile them into the first episode. So the next episode that comes out is actually going to be In the Bush number 7. There's no missing episodes. The first 6 were all compiled into this one. I decided to go ahead and post this episode anyway, because the series wouldn't be complete without these 6 trips into the bush. And the amount that I learned on these first 6 times was actually overwhelming, despite the lack of video evidence. Most future trips into the bush will get their very own episode. So stay tuned for more elaborate setups and learn with me right along the way.